Today we've got the new Aqara U300 smart lock. This lock is unlike the other smart locks from Aqara, and unlike most smart locks on the market in general. It's a latch style lock, meaning it replaces your actual doorknob or lever. You can use it on both exterior and interior doors. It supports matter over thread, which is fantastic. Support for NFC cards. It has a fingerprint reader, PIN codes, and yes, Apple home key support, not to mention just a bunch of other features. We're gonna cover all that today in this video and help you determine if this would be a good addition to your smart home. Let's go. Yo, what's up guys? My name is Shane and this channel is all about helping you build an easy Apple home smart home with new videos and live streams published every week. Big thanks to Aqara for sponsoring today's video and sending me their new U300 smart lock so I could get an early look at it. Now here on the channel, we've tried out the Aqara smart lock U50, the U100, the awesome U200 retrofit lock, and now the U300 latch style lock. I've been super excited about this one ever since I saw it demoed in January at CES 2024. I'll put links to all the other lock videos down below in the description if you want to check those out later, but today is all about the U300. Now, I've been using the U300 on my studio door for just a little while here at my house, and let me tell you, I am super impressed with this thing. What makes it so special? Well, for starters, like I said, it replaces your existing doorknob or lever, not just the deadbolt. There aren't many latch style smart locks on the market like this, especially with HomeKit support, and I don't think there's any on the market with Apple Home Key support right now anyways. So Apple Home Key, if you don't know, is that great feature that allows you to simply tap your iPhone or Apple Watch to the lock and unlock it. This works again for both exterior or interior doors, so not many options for interior doors, which is another reason I'm pretty excited about this one. Now it does support matter over thread. Thread is a low power, low latency mesh wireless protocol, so this is typically going to be better than something like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi for a smart lock in my humble opinion. Matter support means you can connect this to essentially any smart home ecosystem. Now you do need a thread border router for this lock since it supports thread. That can be a HomePod or an Apple TV for HomeKit users. Also various Alexa and Google devices act as thread border routers for those ecosystems. The lock here does come in two colors, black and silver. Inside the box, you've got your documentation, a door template, lots of hardware. Here is the exterior of the lock. It really feels like it's built well, nice quality here. We've got 4 AA batteries, a set of physical keys, more hardware and mounting screws. Here's the interior side of the lock, a little lighter than the outside. You can see your matter and QR codes right here. This is our mounting plate, and that is everything in the box. Now taking a closer look at the lock, the fingerprint scanner, you can see that right here. You can press here and lift this up to expose the physical keyhole. And then of course our touch panel for the access codes. It's made of a pretty heavy duty plastic. The exterior especially feels really solid and heavy duty. The interior part feels a little lighter, but all in all seems to be built pretty well. The lock is designed to replace your existing doorknob or lever on a single bore door. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver to install it. Aqara provides a helpful installation video if you need it, but the process is pretty straightforward. I did have to switch the side that the handle protrudes from, so that's easy to do just by removing and then re-screwing in 1 or 2 screws. So you can actually use this lock with the handle from either side. Once you've removed the doorknob on your door, you can begin. I installed the strike plate first, installed the latch, attached the front to the mounting bracket, attach the cable from the front to the back piece and screw it into the mounting bracket, pop in my 4 AA batteries, and we're ready for setup. Now I do really like that you don't have to put any additional holes or anything like that in your door to install this. Now since I got this device early, it wasn't listed as a device in the app. You should see it here if you go about it this route, but you can also just scan the Aqara QR code that's on the actual lock. Go through a few prompts and you're good to go. You want to go ahead and add a new user so you can add passcodes and fingerprints here. Now for HomeKit, You can add this lock directly in the Apple Home app thanks to Matter. Again, as long as you have a Thread border router in your house. Now, this lock does not require an Aqara hub, so you could bypass the Aqara app altogether if you wanted to, like just use this in the Apple Home app. But keep in mind, you will need the Aqara app in order to add fingerprints and access some of the extra features. You can add the U300 to Apple Home directly in the lock settings from the Aqara app. You can also generate a Matter pairing code here. Really no issues at all pairing this in the Apple Home app. Choose what room it goes into, rename it if you want. We can see here that home key support, as well as guest access codes that you can configure directly in the Home app. I'll go ahead and give access to Vicky. That's a guest that I already have set up in the Home app, my mother to be exact. And we're all done with the setup. Now, once it's set up, you can control the lock from the Home app. You can use Siri commands on any of your Apple devices. Unlock the studio door. You can control the lock in any of your HomeKit automations if you want, and of course, Home Key. The Home Key feature will essentially add a digital key to your wallet app on iPhones that you can use to simply tap to unlock the door. And this works on iPhone or Apple Watch. You can also turn on Express mode in the wallet app, and then the key will work without requiring Face ID or your passcode. You don't even need to unlock your phone for this. This also works when your phone is super low on battery and basically you can't even turn your phone on. Your phone kind of keeps a reserve power for a long time when it's in this state, so you can still use that to unlock the door if you need to. As always, Home Key is fast, convenient, and sort of feels like living in the future, really. I love it. Now, while you can use the U300 entirely through Apple Home or other Matter compatible systems, the Aqara app does offer some additional features. Here you can create one-time passwords. User management is where you can add additional users, being either admin users, general users, or temporary users. Each user can have up to 5 fingerprints, 2 passwords, and 2 NFC devices. Temporary users are great for something like a housekeeper or a dog walker, where maybe you want to give access to someone between only certain times of the day on specific days of the week. You can also access logs in the Aqara app to view all past activity, adjust settings like the volume for sound effects and notifications, which, by the way, the little speaker on this thing is loud, so I've definitely turned mine down to a low setting. You can adjust the lockout time, so that's enabled after 10 incorrect passcode attempts. By default, the U300 has auto lock enabled, so every time the door is unlocked and then opened, it will automatically relock itself. So you can enable passage mode by pressing the little button on the inside of the lock and then authenticating with your fingerprint or something.
To enable passage mode, verify with user fingerprint, NFC, or password. Passage mode enabled.
So this will turn off the auto lock, and you can specify in the app for how long that passage mode will work for each time that it's set. As we've covered, there are multiple ways to unlock the U300. You have PIN codes, you have the fingerprint reader, Aqara NFC cards. Now these are sold separately, but you can get these. You have the Aqara app, your smart home ecosystem, voice assistants. You can even use the traditional key, and of course, Apple Home Key. Aqara claims up to 10 months on a set of 4 AA batteries for this lock. There is also a USB-C port on each side of the lock for emergency power if you ever get caught with dead batteries. Overall, the pros and cons, there is a lot to love here with this lock. It's versatile. It works on many door types, both interior and exterior, and you can flip the lever around to use it from either side if you need to. It's weather resistant with an IPX4 rating on the outer panel. That means it should be able to handle the elements if using it outdoors. It's rated to work in temperatures from negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty good for just about any climate. There's multiple unlock methods, including Apple Home Key. Matter and Thread support for wide compatibility is great. I love the Thread protocol on smart locks. It's just so fast. Really nice to see this on their second smart lock now, following the U200. It seems to be well built and has a really sleek looking design. This, of course, is subjective, but I, for one, personally really like the look of this lock here in my studio. All right, what are the cons? Is there anything wrong with it? Well, Caroline, my wife, said that it looks a little bit bulky on the inside of my door here. Again, completely subjective. I don't really mind it, but she said it looks a little bit bulky. So I guess if you share that same opinion, then this maybe would be a downside. It might be a little overkill for some interior doors. I actually wanted to put this on my bedroom door at first. But I was a little concerned that my clothes or my wife's purse or stuff like that would get snagged on the lever, and that's really just because of the location of my bedroom door. I decided not to use this lock there. Just might be something to think about there. The initial setup was pretty straightforward for me, but I think Matter can still be a little bit confusing for some people maybe who don't fully understand how it works or what it is exactly. Overall, I think Aqara does do a good job at making the setup as intuitive as possible through the Aqara app, especially with that Apple Home and Matter integration. I've been using the U300 on my studio door for really only about a week or so, but so far I really do like it. This gives us consumers a great option for both interior doors like I'm using here, but also exterior latch style doors that don't have deadbolts. Again, there just really aren't many options for that out there, especially something with Apple Home Key support. So whether you're looking to secure a home office, upgrade your front door, or just add some convenience to your daily life for interior doors like I'm doing just to make sure everything is secure, I think the U300 is definitely worth considering. You can purchase one today for $229.99 US. I do have a 20% off coupon code, which I'll include down below in the video description. Aqara has been releasing some really impressive smart locks. Again, I've made videos on I think all of them at this point, as well as some other HomeKit locks. If you want to check out those videos, I'll put the full playlist right here on screen. Check it out if interested. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more smart home videos like this every week. I also do weekly live streams right here on YouTube where we deep dive into all things HomeKit and smart home. Come hang out, bring your questions, and let's geek out a little bit together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.